So, welcome everyone to the start of Stint 2 here at the WEC series 12 hours of Lago Maggiore. We are in Stint 2. Stint 1 was driven earlier today, half an hour past this stint, and we are ready for Stint 2. As you see here, the Porsche of Don 433 goes wide into the barriers and goes into the pits. Then we have the number 95 Porsche 911 RSR, the number 24 also Porsche, and we are nearly ready for the start of the stint. We are here in lobby 1 and we will start quite soon. Start in 1 minute from race control, and the starting grid is following now. In position 1 in lobby 1 is the CPTL team 1, Widow. Then in P2 in this lobby, virtually in P3, is Dominik Kubinski, also from CPTL, but team 2. In P3 we have ESP1 with Brent in the cockpit. On position 4 we have HXR1 with Philip Rage driving the Toyota GR010 hypercar. On P5 we have DL4 with TRL Lightning, and the stint is starting right now. In position 6 we have Don 3 with Ola at the wheel, and Otaku is the last of the hypercars, and now the race will start. And as said, Otaku is not a hypercar, it's the first of the GT3s. Then we have Lump, Obscure, Sommer, Wesley and Yannick, and Widow in the lead. The two CPTL cars leading the way here at Lago Maggiore, and Brent directly undertake from Philip, and the two hypercars from CPTL already with a big gap for the first few corners of 1.5 seconds, and Philip Rage directly behind Brent now and looking for the move there down the inside, but can't make it stick. And TRL Lightning directly behind now. Can he overtake Philip Rage? It's very close. No, he's passed TRL Lightning for DLL4 now in P4, and Otaku for WSR in the lead in the GT3 category, behind Lump, then Obscure, then Sommer, Yannick Rep and Wesley.
And hello, I am also there now. I just finished breakfast and I'm now also co-commentating in the stint.
Yeah, Widow also 1.5 seconds now in the lead. Then Kubinski, then Brent, who is directly under attack from TRL Lightning.
think Lightning is gunning for a really good position right now. His pace seems pretty good, I'd say. Philip back there probably waiting for a crash to happen so he can profit from like 1 or 2 positions. But Ola is also trying to pressure him slightly with an 8/10 gap. Lump is doing his best to keep with Otaku. Really nice to see. I liked how Tatus just went into WEC chat and just was so hyped about me being in the commentator's booth. Get used to it, Tatus. Might be there more often. I need to get the stream up so I can actually respond to people saying something. Let's see. Nothing yet. Currently still Brent versus Lightning. .5 against 40.6. Lightning now on the main straight. Will he try and overtake? He's got the speed. Is he going for it? No, he is not. Staying behind into the banked corner. Massively gaining on exit now.
Now going to the cockpit cam. Can he make the move
And
stick?
he
He's
goes
going for it.
Yeah, he's done it. He's done it. He's passed. Although Brent is still trying to defend. But I think Brent has backed off more than anything here. Yeah, Lightning's passed. Now he is trying to get towards Kavinsky and controller player. Oh, as he does a mistake. But keeps the position. Now, a 5.6 second gap to close. Which actually might be doable for him, depending on his lap times. He has to beat a 39.4 from Widow to get anywhere currently.
I would say we will switch now to the GT3s,
Yeah.
where Sommer is under pressure from ESP Weasley.
There are a lot less laggy the GT cars in my opinion. It's much better to spectate them.
Yeah, so many Porsches here.
Someone has asked where the BNR hypercar is. Varix, yeah, that's in the second lobby. Pekka has pointed that out correctly in the chat. Back to Sommer. Still under pressure. Seems like he's defending too early, as he's doing a slight mistake on exit. It's only a 2/10 gap now. It might be easy going for the Corvette as long as it has a bit more top speed going on to the back straight. He's also taking the S's much cleaner, as Turo Lightning sets the fastest lap, just to say. Wesley didn't have a good exit. He's now back within only about 7/10 of Sommer. When you're too close following the other GT cars, you might encounter a lot of dirty air, especially through the S's in Sector 2, which is what they really need to master when racing that closely. It's really hard to do. I also had my difficulties in my stint. The leaders of the GT class are also now closing in to each other. It's only an 8/10 gap to Otaku from Lump's perspective. Lump also has the upper hand in terms of fastest lap. He's at a 53.9 right now. The gap is continuously shrinking. The clean exit of Lump is definitely profiting right now. He's decreasing that gap just bit by bit every single corner. And Otaku, I think, is now really feeling the pressure. Noisam and West are much closer together. So, Obscure Cheese, Wesley and Neuer Sommer, they're all in a three-way fight, going down into the final corner. It's much closer between the Lambo and the Corvette. There's almost an overtake there, but no. Keeping in behind the Corvette. That also has to pressure Sommer into a sort of mistake, so they can overtake too. Now, Widow and TRL Lightning are behind each other, starting to lap the GT cars. This will definitely spice up the field and the current positioning. Lightning does make a slight mistake, but now has finished his, I think, first lapping. Yes. They've just lapped the Pegasus Porsche, number 95, so does Kubinski. I think it'll be a bit difficult to let the hypercars lap the 3 GT cars that are currently fighting. Widow is already on his way to do that.
Sommer Now with the
Under
fight
attack.
against Wesley goes past the Corvette with a number 95, number 59 now in P9, but Sommer wants to fight back.
Sommer can't really fight back because of Obscure Cheese also knocking on the door. It's really hard to currently get there. Although
And
Obscure
Sommer
Cheese
with
has made
Sommer nearly spun the cut around there.
Another problem they have now is Lightning being behind. He has to be really calm and collected lapping these guys. Ideally you don't want to take out any of these people, and he maneuvers through these cars very cleanly. Although the gap has now increased between Wesley, Sommer and Obscure Cheese. Although Obscure Cheese is much closer, as Dominic
Oh, the
Kavinsky
Hypercar
runs
goes
into
onto...
difficulties. Yeah.
That was really close there. Try to overtake. Try to overtake where you can't overtake, really.
Yeah,
And
Dominic
Sommer
now passed them.
and Obscure Cheese now in the fight. The Lambo versus the Porsche.
Though Philip is now just lapped Sommer, and Obscure Cheese has to lap Wesley now. Pretty clean, but Dominic had a very, very spicy moment out of the S's there. Catching that uncontrollable GR010 there is probably really, really hard to do.
Yeah, gap between Lump and Otaku now 2 seconds.
Likely because of the lappings, I think they were
Yes.
pretty much very differently. ESP Brent currently trying to maneuver himself through. Has to get past Sommer. Does so going around the outside. Cheese is probably trying to
Drive
gain
a
a
different
bit
line.
of time in it. Yeah, he
He's
does, and
driving
he
a
gets
different line. Is now
on
1.5 tenths behind. Can he go for it?
He thought of it, but I think both of these cars are so uncontrollable through that corner that it's hard to do. As someone standing still there, I think that's Dominic lagging a lot. Yeah, Dominic has disconnected. Dominic has disconnected.
So we have yellow flags in sector 2. He's now out of the lobby.
Yep, Dominic has disconnected. We've also seen this in multiple other instances in other lobbies, which is kind of bad for the Capital guys right now. Ideally, they don't want to... you don't want to lose that much time when being, I think, in 3rd position right now. Kavinsky's Wi-Fi is a mess, yeah, I agree. You can't really get Dominic out of the car. Dream is currently on board with Hazal, or Lightning. There we are. 38.7 fastest lap from him, 39.1 fastest lap from Widow.
And if you're looking onto the tires, Widow's tires, I think are a bit...
They are just slightly worse, yeah.
Yeah, slightly worse. So, Sommer und Obscure Cheese fighting here for the position for P9.
95% hybrid for Hazal and 82% hybrid for Widow. Lightning has definitely been saving their hybrid a lot better than Widow does. So, despite everything, Hazal doesn't only have faster laps and better hybrid, but also better tyres and better fuel. He's currently in a much better position. But he
And we're
needs to gain that
switching
time first.
back to the GT3. Sommer and Obscure G still fighting here. Gap
Wow.
is down to 2.5 tenths. Now going into the S's here. And Sommer made a little mistake in the first part of the S's. And is now under attack from Obscure G's.
Skilchi still can't really find a way past. Yannick doesn't really fight with these two people.
Oh, Sommer goes really wide and now he's lost the position. Now he lost the
Yes.
position.
I think he's trying to get him back, but he doesn't have the speed for it. No. He has to slot in behind and has to control his dirty tires now. Oh, he tries to go for a maneuver, which was pretty risky. Now the oversteer at the exit of turn 2 really hurt. Wow. She's also really doing a creative interpretation of track limits right now. So I mean, as long as it works with the penalty system of GT7, you can't really complain, can you?
No, not really. And
Otaku under pressure from Lump now. Lump is probably going to do an overtake. Otaku doesn't really.
He's
try
going for it.
defending. Yep. Gunning it past the inside.
great move.
A clean maneuver, although the oversteer on exit doesn't really help. It doesn't look like Otaku really tried defending, and I think Otaku is trying to do this strategically. They have similar fuel levels, yet Otaku has much better tyre wear. Well, not much, but the fronts definitely wore off a bit less in the Porsche. I'm absolutely surprised after my testings that any of the Porsches could actually run with like the front field, which was pretty interesting to see. Otaku already losing a bit of time, 6/10 after getting overtaken. I think they're not going to be fighting as much anymore. The field has definitely calmed down now, it seems like. The closest battle we currently have is between Otaku and Lump, but that's also almost a second of a gap now. Barely not after the exit of that M6 not being ideal. Otherwise the field is pretty silent. And as silent as the field is, Hizal is also gaining on Widow slightly. Yet, Otaku is still trying to keep with Lump. He's really fighting to do so, but he shouldn't pressure himself too much, or they. Because the tyre wear is a bit better on the fronts and similar on the rears. Fuel looks to be the same.
And Oehler is racing his own race, gap to P4, nearly 14 seconds. Drives consistent 142s.
Yep. Consistency is key in these races. .7 to Brent. I think Lightning has just lapped a car.
Yeah, Lightning is also lapping quicker.
Yep, on average about 3/10. Widow is really trying his best though. It's hilarious because I was on 92% hybrid. He's really good in saving it. Whilst Widow is at 76 and Philip is at 72. Brent is at 78 and Ola is at 75. Lightning knows this car. Definitely. He also saved 1% of hybrid in the last sector. That is inhumane. That is very great for him. As he's now on his way to lap Sommer.
Yeah, and the gap between Sommer and Obscure Cheese is now 6 seconds. And we don't have really a fight here on track at the moment.
Yep. Just a very cloudy sky that is attempting to clear itself up, and a closing gap between Widow and Lightning. Gap's decreased a lot now. .2 seconds before lapping Otaku. Now it's up to 2.5, but I don't really think it's an issue for Lightning. Going to be decreasing that gap progressively despite everything that's thrown at him with lappings.
What happened?
Lobby has crashed.
Crashed.
Yep, the lobby has crashed.
That's a big problem now. That's a big problem.
Is not good. That is not good. I thought that was just me, and I hope that was just me. But no, I only have the gap recorded between Widow and Lightning. That is bad. Very, very bad.
Yeah. Okay, all drivers need to save the replay now.
They can't. Yeah, you mean via clips? They can't save the full replay. Ah, that is bad. That's the first time this has happened in a long time. I think the last time the lobby has crashed was with me in what was it? Was it Nürburgring? Yeah, it was Nürburgring. Second split. I don't know who hosted. Brumadinho did,
Brumadinho.
Right?
Maybe he went away and his PS went out. That would be the only...
This is shit. Probably one of the worst things to happen. Don't really know what TRO Lightning will say to that. I think he's experienced this in GT World Series already. But, let's see. Oh yeah, incredible, this console just turned off. This is so beautiful.
Okay, ich habe sicherheitshalber mal die Dings gesaved. Schauen wir das Ganze jetzt mal an. Ja, auf Pause. So yeah, as you see, the lobby has crashed and we are working on the problem right now.
Capital is still leading, as Tatus says in WEC chat, which is currently correct, yet I think there will be changes during the next 10 hours of racing, or 9.5. So, Brumadinho has said that the only reason the lobby shut off is because he has an auto reset to go into rest mode after 20 minutes by default. It was accidentally turned on after a PS5 reset, which is the only reason why the lobby has crashed.
So, yeah, we will have to see now.
What I do not know is if there will be another lobby continuing with the last hour or so.
I think with 90 minutes, that could be the best solution. I think, because we had 26 minutes raced, and if we start 2 hours again, we will not be in the time schedule. So I guess we will race 1.5 hours now.
Yeah. I hope everything goes up swiftly again, and I hope we will be back into race action soon.
Do they need to write their gap into the gap
I think they do.
program?
Yeah. I only know the gap of
wait, here red flag. A disconnect of the lobby host leading. So, rulebook 5.4 red flag. A disconnect of the lobby host leading to the disconnect of all participants in this lobby leads to a red flag. All drivers are required to save the last 60 minutes of video footage via the PlayStation Share function. All drivers are required to use the gap command gap. The number of completed laps will be reduced by 2.
.089, 2 seconds and 89 1,000 is the gap for Hazal to put in. Several people are typing in the gap chat. Good sign that people are actually putting these in.
I will be right back. I will have to help one of my drivers to make the gap report. So we will see us in, I guess, maximum 5 minutes.